Good day to you, Aries. This is a reading for you from me, Meenakshi, at Meenakshi Tarot. This is a general reading, so just take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. We're doing a reading for, I think it's the 10th to the 16th of October. So please note, as per normal, if this reading is not resonating with you, if you are not feeling a fit, if you can't feel it, please don't try and force it. Aries, not every reading is going to be meant for you in every weekly reading that we do. So I hope this one is for you today. So we see energies coming through in this reading is Leo, Pisces, and Scorpio. Energies coming through here already. So Aries, some of you have been burning the midnight oil, doing a lot of working and studying and learning. Some of you could also be very caught up within a love situation. So we see this coming through. But for some reason, you are feeling a little disempowered. You could be feeling as though you can't move more forward with the situation. Some of you are in a position where there's a lot of you're receiving a lot, could be financially, it could be in kind as well, time, effort. But you're in this period of generosity where there's this generosity coming towards you. But we also see you, Aries, wanting to move away from something. That is your central card. Wanting to move away from something that you feel is over, moving to a new horizon. Almost as though you are wanting this rebirth in a situation. We see that there is this collective happiness, this getting together, the socializing, and finding this joy in these group activities with things that you need to do. We see some of you are in a situation where there is an end to certain... I don't know if you can hear that noisiness. Talk about things rumbling through your life. So you are at this phase. We just like this rumble. You're honestly thinking about whether you want to move forward with something or whether something needs to reach its natural end, or maybe it just needs to have a rebirth. And we see this energy coming through. We can see as well that some of you are in a situation where things might have been very difficult for you. You might be feeling as though you are drowning within a situation. But there's also cases as though many of you are feeling very invigorated and very inspired to move on with your newness, with your new stuff that is happening for you. What we do see here, Aries, is that you should not allow your fears to take control of you in your situations. And even though it might be very easy to allow your fears to take control of things, you need to also find your passion again. This vision that you have for yourself, that you can move on. So we see you wanting to move forward to something new, something that's gonna invigorate you and allow you to find that song that is your song and live a more passionate life. But there is a lot of change that is coming through. So I'm shuffling some cards here again to get a bit more insight, and Nine of Wands flipped out here. So we are seeing you in this situation where, Aries, there's things that are happening, and we're shuffling some more cards here to see what more could we get for you. You have got Two of Wands in reverse, the Moon again. So some of you could be having a Pisces person in your space, but there seems to be, with regards to a love situation, there is some form of deception, deceit going on. So you've got Scorpio energy again here in reverse. You've got Judgment in reverse, and you've got the Eight of Wands, your central card, in reverse. So we are seeing a story unfolding for some of you Aries people out there. There has been a lot of issues where you have worked quite hard for something, and a lot of issues have unfolded for you. And we see that there has been almost like a false hope with certain matters that have been promised to you. There has been illusion with certain matters. There has been this illusion, like I said, about certain matters, especially like when it comes to receiving. It could be a case where people have almost given you a false sense of prosperity or acceptance. And there's this Scorpio energy. If you have a Scorpio person in your space, some of you could be in a situation where making decisions has become very difficult, where you could be feeling very stagnant about what you need to do and where is it that you need to be. There is definitely this flow where instead of moving forward, there is the stuck energy that is coming through in this reading. There isn't this natural flow from one place to the other where we see you wanting to end a certain situation, move on to something else, but there is a delay in communication. There is a delay in your ability to move forward. What we do see with regards to a love situation, that there has been a lot of gossiping, a lot of issues, and one has to ask as well, Aries, hopefully you have not been involved in a situation that has come through here. We see something that has caused you to lose your focus and your strength and cause you to be feeling very disempowered. Some of you could have made some wrong decisions when it came to a group activity where you've made, you've trusted people in a group situation which has turned out to be a bit of an epic fail on a certain level because these people have turned out to be untrustworthy. We see that some of you could be feeling very fearful and literally almost disabled and stuck in your fear, and you can't move forward because you're so afraid of making the wrong decision. There's a concern that you may have planted the wrong seeds with the wrong people in the wrong environment. But there's this situation of gossiping and something negative with regards to a love situation that is coming through here. There's this negative energy coming through, but also that something that was supposed to be exciting and invigorating, that was supposed to promise a new beginning. If anything, there's a lot of stuck energy that you have here, Aries. So I'm going to draw some more cards here because we are seeing that you are not able to move forward within yourself. You are not able to prosper, to grow, to become more of any one thing. And even in love, there seems to be this terrible, terrible deceit that seems to have come out here. So it's either yourself involved in something, or somebody has, well, let's draw some more cards. Somebody has deceived you when it comes to a love situation, and this is coming through. Okay, you've got Two of Swords again coming through here. Two of Swords. Yeah, have you had Two of Swords before? No, you get Two of Wands there. So, and you have got, this goes here. Nine of Swords fell out of here. So we're seeing a lot of confusion, a lot of stress coming through, a lot of things not working out the way you had anticipated. Okay, let's draw some more cards and see what is the further message here. Okay, got Chariot energy here, which is Cancer energy as well. So what has happened here? What has happened here, Aries? Let me draw some more cards. There's just like this, suddenly I started this reading and everything was so quiet around me, and suddenly I just hear all this noise, and I wonder if this is what you are going through, Aries, where everything was really going very well and very quiet and having this flow of energy, and suddenly now you're faced with all kinds of conflict and all kinds of situations. You've got Capricorn energy coming up here. You've got the Eight of Cups twice in your situation. You have got so that's Capricorn energy. You've got the Eight of Cups twice. You've got Scorpio energy twice coming up in this reading. You've got King of Wands energy, which is fire energy, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You've got the Chariot energy, which is Cancer energy. You've got Leo energy that has come through in this reading, and you've also got Pisces energy that has come through in this reading. So a lot of energies, a lot of situations, a lot of interactions with a lot of people is coming through here. We are seeing that even though you have been putting in a lot of work and you feel like the worst is behind you and you need to move forward, you need to make some choices. And while you may think that you don't know everything, if you just quiet yourself and you listen to what is happening, you do have the wisdom to know what is the right decision to make for yourself and what is the way forward for yourself. We do see that there has been some deceit with regards to a love situation. Something very close to your heart has been a lot of dishonesty, a lot of lies, and you may have found yourself in a situation where it could have played out two ways. Remember, it could always play out two ways. Either you were the victim and you had to give up and accept defeat in the situation, or you were part of the maliciousness. You were part of the gossiping. You were part of the vindictiveness. We see, however, there was this, you feeling very disempowered in your situation. And instead of being very comfortable and very assured and looking and being in control of everything that was going on around you, we see that you had to, for some reason, you had to let go of a lot of things. You had to let go of yourself in that instance. You had to let go of the grandeur of who you are. You had a lot of loss. You faced a lot of defeat. But also because you seem to have a bit of an addictive personality in a certain way. And people get very upset, especially those that want to be purists and say, I do not have this addictive personality. And yes, we don't realize that we do. You want to always be right. You want to always be argumentative. You want to always, you get caught up in one way of thinking. You get caught up with this illusion. You get caught up in delusion. You're allowing your mind and yourself and your situations to just get caught up, and you go from one extreme to the other. So you're finding yourself in a situation where something that started off as very exciting and is very wonderful has become a bondage situation for you right now. We see that even though you are wanting to move forward, some of you have been receiving this wonderful blessings, wonderful things are coming towards you. You've been caught up with illusions and dreams, and you've been, just been feeling quite in the vibe. And yeah, you see you're wanting to move forward, wanting to make these changes, but you also have to be so wary about what is happening as you are moving forward. There's a lot that you do need to contemplate about your life and your situations. You see, some of you are feeling a little stuck. You are feeling as though you don't know which way to go. You are feeling the stalemate because there's this lack of communication, and you're needing to move forward. You are feeling as though this group activity or this group community that you were involved with which was supposed to be like a second chance, a new beginning for you, is something that you want to break away from, that you want to walk away from, that you don't want to be a part of anymore for some reason. We see that there is this energy of this renewal for you, but it's also caused you a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress, where you have gotten involved in situations, gotten involved with maybe a family situation, a dynamic, but there's a lot of influences, a lot of energies that are in your space at the moment, Aries, that has actually caused you a lot of misdirection and misstep, and you are overwhelmed and you are stressed out and you're having sleepless nights and you're having drama and you're having anxiety. So we see a lot of this, a lot of you being overwhelmed by fear, not being able to move forward, so afraid of making the wrong choices, but also realizing that you are a little bit unhinged at the moment because of this fear that's paralyzing you and not having enough information, not being able to make choices. So we see, Aries, there's this energy of panic that is coming through here, that you are in a situation where you're stuck and you just cannot seem to move on. You cannot seem to move forward. We see that, you had this fiery passion to be able to want to have this change, but that didn't happen. This rebirth, this revitalization that was promised, it was supposed to happen, everything is kind of stuck, and you just don't want to be where you are right now. You don't want to be in this false sense of promises of things that are not happening, of the promises that were made that are not becoming a reality. But you've got this beautiful King of Wands energy, your energy. Like I said, it could be other fire energies around you, but it's also a reminder to you that you need to look at everything that has happened thus far, Aries. Take a good look and sit back and look at the past, from the past to now, and you need to realize that your thinking has changed. The way that you view things has changed. So take this moment to pause, to look at what has happened, and to see where you need to make your changes, because everything that has happened thus far has caused you to be very chaotic. Okay, let's draw some more cards for you. Let's draw some more cards here. Let's draw some more cards and see what more messages can we get for you, Aries. Okay, what flipped over? Healer of the Ages. It's a beautiful card of manifestation, of creativity, of realizing the divine within oneself, okay? Here you are, got third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Beautiful creative energy, taking responsibility of yourself, taking responsibility of your choices, you know, affirming yourself in this regard as well. So let us draw some more cards here for you. Okay. Okay, Aries, let's see what more can we say here. Broken heart. Okay, angel of balance, journey, contract. So we see some of you are realizing this creative flow, this creative energy, this manifestation, and taking control of your situations. But we also see that there is this broken heart situation that has caused some of you to be very stuck in many ways. And you do need to move forward from this, Aries, and the only way to start to move forward from this is to realize that you need to allow love to enter into yourself and to balance yourself out with this love. Some of you may be finding yourself taking a trip. Could be a business trip, could be a pleasure trip. Also, if you're not physically taking a trip, you could also be finding that within yourself you want to make this change. You want to view things differently. Some of you could be looking at getting involved in some kind of a legal contractual situation. You could be dealing with something where you need to, maybe you're looking at property or investments or something, even a relationship that is something to do with justice and with the court or with law, something to do with, there's something serious that has to be sorted out. And it could also be, some of you could be in a situation where a relationship is coming to an end. So a lot of self-love is needed here as you make some decisions and you make some choices, because there's been a lot of chaos. Some of you could also, this reading could also point out to a failure to have a relationship work out, and we're looking at a divorce situation or a separation situation. So this could be your truth as well. It could be a collective situation where some of you have been involved in a collective situation and we see that things have not worked out, be it a work situation or a personal situation or a social situation, but some involvement where there was a group, where there was more than just yourself and one other person, but there was this group situation, and it has left you brokenhearted and needing to leave, because whatever deceit and deception you were a part of, Aries, has come out, and you find yourself in a very tangled situation. And the best course of action is to treat yourself with love and extradite yourself from the situation so that you can have the prosperity that you deserve, that you need to move towards. Okay, let's draw some more cards here. So let's draw some more cards for you. Let's see, Aries, what more do you... Okay, what flipped over? Joy and delight. Even though you have been going through this very difficult situation, Aries, and whatever it is that you were involved in, and maybe, you know, sometimes people get very jealous in love and they start to do things that they would not normally do. They act and behave out of character, Aries. So if you've behaved out of character in a love situation and now you're finding yourself that you have done things that you now regret, you need to forgive yourself, you need to heal yourself, you need to seek forgiveness if you can from the other person for the wrong that you have done. And then you need to allow yourself to move on. And you know, seeking forgiveness is wonderful. And this has been a theme for most of the readings this week, about seeking forgiveness, allowing yourself to experience this, opening your heart, realizing that the universe is a wonderful place, and allowing yourself to walk in this beauty, in this manifestation of all good things. And you will start to expand your horizons, starting to see the vast vistas of where you live in, of our life experience. And you can, as long as you realize that you do need to release control, you need to release that desire to control every situation and to control the outcome. So let us see one more card for you, Aries. So there is a situation that has unfolded, and some of you could have made choices in the past that has put you in this place where you're now finding yourself all caught up and having to make some massive changes. And the grounding card that we have for you is the Void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. You know, very often Aries. You know, this card has come up quite a lot, the Waite, this year in readings and in messages. And we found that it's as though everybody, the universe, the energy, the collective energy that we're getting through now with the readings is that people are realizing, and there's this awareness that we need to understand that there is a beginning and that there is the end of everything. And sometimes when you get so overwhelmed in your situations and you're feeling as though you are in the winter of your life and nothing is working out, you just need to stop. You know, with all this chaos, because there's a lot of chaos, a lot of trauma that has unfolded here, you just need to stop and stand still and realize that it's in this darkness that you can allow things to grow again. You know, when you're planting seeds in soil, it's in darkness that those seeds become fertile, and you need to allow these things to originate in this darkness so that the seeds can grow. And you know, it can sometimes be very comforting, can be very intimidating, but it's also very freeing as well. It's literally going back into the womb experience, you know, this great cosmic womb experience. I know some people do those therapies where they sit in those womb capsules to have this rebirth and to reconnect. So it's very much like that. If you have done that, if you're considering doing something like that, people sit in these capsules, and obviously don't go and get yourself smothered now. That's not what I'm talking about here. That's like crazy stuff, but rather just allowing yourself to, in a natural environment, to allow yourself to surrender the things of the unknown and surrender your situations in your life, and allow from this darkness and this nothingness and this pain and this loss that you are going through, allow that things should change. And this is what you are basically being called. You are being called to surrender your situations, to allow yourself to rest, to allow this winter that you're going through to just, you know, do what it needs to do, allowing life to unfold as it's supposed to unfold, and realizing what you can take control of and what you do need to let go of, you know, trusting the process. So a lot of great weaving, a lot of great situations become unfolded when we allow ourselves to surrender, and then you allow yourself to be knitted before you. So right now, you just need to cultivate your faith and allow yourself to have this deep-rooted trust, and allow yourself to have a very deep rest. So right now, you are called to surrender your life. So take a moment to pause and see what is it that you need to surrender to. So Aries, I hope this reading resonated with you. And if it did not resonate with you, please look at your moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. And please remember to stay strong. And I'll see you again next weekend. Do remember to subscribe and like my videos. Thank you so much, Aries. Goodbye.